everybody. Welcome to Win the Day. We are together so that we can do some business development, some personal development, but ultimately for you to stay inspired, to stay on your entrepreneurial journey. I am Tanika D'Souza, the 100K Challenge Chick. I'm on a mission to entrepreneurs to break that 100K income ceiling in their businesses. And I always coach and tell my clients that I love that work from anywhere lifestyle that I am building with this coaching business. And so you guys get to see me on the road today. So I apologize if it causes any other issues, but I have an awesome topic. Didn't want to miss our Win the Day time. So thank you for being with me. If you are joining on YouTube, on the podcast, welcome, and especially good morning live with me on Facebook. If you have not yet subscribed to the podcast, it is 100K Challenge Chick, and you can find it anywhere that you find or listen to podcasts. So let's get into this topic: niche versus everyone, right? I literally have been in some heated debates with people about whether they should have a niche. And, people say it all different ways: a niche, a niche. But what we're talking about is, should you have a target market? Should you focus your energy on one particular type of person or category of people versus just understanding that your products and services can serve so many? And I think you could probably tell from my tone that I absolutely have an opinion on this, and I have debated this with other people, and I just find it interesting that they just believe totally different from me, and I think that, that's why we're discussing it today. So let me hear from you guys. What is your opinion before I share my three major points about niching? What is your opinion about whether you should have a specific target market, whether you should be focused, or are you guys running your businesses where you are more open and available for everyone? So let me find a comment and let me know what you're thinking. I am using a different tool, so can I see comments here?
Should be okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to read the comments, but I'm going to assume, because you guys are joining me, that you believe in target marketing, right? Because I think that just makes sense. And we're going to talk about three major reasons why that is a really good way to go. So when you have a niche, it means that you as a business owner are choosing to market your products and services in a very specific way to a very specific client. The joys of traveling. That you're going to market to a very specific client for a very specific reason, right? And I think that even if you are open to allowing other people to use your products and services, the reasons why you should have a target market, to me, are just like, you have to do this, right? So let's get into it. If you understand who your target audience is, it causes you to, one, have a very focused message, because you're going to be addressing them. You're going to be addressing their needs. You're going to basically help them realize that you understand what they're going through and what they need from you as the solution, and they are likely to listen to that. When you don't have a target audience, you're just kind of speaking in general, offering your services, and no one feels like you're catering to them. So a lot of times people don't buy because they don't feel like you absolutely understand what they need, because you don't have a targeted message. Number two, when you have a target audience and a focused message, you can tell them very clearly what their next step should be, right? Because if you understand their journey, you understand the solution that they're trying to get, you understand what they need, then you're able to offer something that fits that need and fits that journey so that they are getting a result. And then finally, you can tailor your offer in order to make sense for them. So I'm going to use myself as an example. When I do coaching, because I know I am talking to women, and particularly women who have families, a lot of us have kids that we're balancing our business and our family life. I talk about that. I talk about what it means for me to be in business for myself and to also balance raising children. And most of my clients, to be honest with you, are mothers. Then I tell them, okay, here are some next steps. Here are some things that you should be doing in your life, whether it's the group coaching, whether it's getting some one-on-one coaching, me referring them to resources that are going to help them with their time management. I can tell them what a very great next step is because I understand the things that they're balancing. I understand what they have on their plate. And then third, it helps me to create an offer that they can take advantage of. So my group coaching sessions are in the evening, and I absolutely target a mom who likely had to put dinner on the table, deal with the children, and then she can come to coaching. And I talk about it that way. It's like, all right, now it's time to start focusing on you and focusing on your business. So we get together in the evenings. And almost everything else about that, like I provide them with a video lesson. They're able to review it on their own time. And then we just get together once a week in order to talk through the lesson. So that way I am also catering to the fact that they have to be flexible. So when you really understand your client, you are able to speak to them in a way that they know you understand what they're going through. You're able to guide them properly toward a result, and you're able to make offers to them that make sense for their life and something that they can take advantage of. Because a lot of things that I also belong to that aren't necessarily catered to moms and catered to entrepreneurs happens in the middle of the day. So I just schedule it in my day, but I also know that my clients tend to work. They're balancing home and a job. So I can't offer them things during the day because they wouldn't be able to take advantage of it. So that's what I believe having a niche really does for you as a business owner. It allows you to show up and be intentional about how you are offering things, how you are helping your clients, and ultimately how you're helping them have success and results from working with you. So what do you guys think? Are you still on the fence? Do you still want to have a very general, open message? And I'm going to share with you the one thing that people say when they want to defend not having a niche, right? So often I find that maybe they don't understand how to target a specific audience, and so they never take the time to do that. But their biggest concern is leaving money on the table. They say it all the time, like, well, if you are a business coach, you can help a lot of people. And to be honest with you, that's true. I've been in business for 13 years, and we've done a lot with that business. We franchised it. We have been a franchisee. I opened multiple locations. I've had years of managing over 100 employees. We have built multiple six figures. Like, there's a ton that I could teach you, but I have to choose how I want to tailor this message so that people can identify with my entrepreneurial journey and see themselves on that same journey to get success. That means if people come to me and they have something going on that I can help them with, and they're not a mom, then I can still help them, but that doesn't change my public message. That doesn't change who I am targeting in my market. So I still coach guys. Like, I love my guy clients. They have really awesome businesses and brands. I support it, but I'm the 100K challenge chick, and I want women to break 100K in their businesses because not a lot of us do it. So I'm going to stay on brand. I'm going to stay focused to who I want to reach, but that doesn't mean that I'm limited in the background of clients that I can work with. So the person who is saying, I can just help everybody, what I'm telling you is when you say that, nobody is listening. And almost every person that said that to me, they can't really prove to me that they're being really successful with being so open and generic. I just really wanted to see a super successful business that says I'm open to everybody and people buy it. Because you know what? I was in the store. My son is an athlete, and sometimes he has to use a pain reliever. Well, he has a very specific pain, right? And you guys know pain relievers, most of them are very similar. But as his mother, I'm going to find the pain reliever that address on the box the issue that my son was dealing with. And it probably was a very similar formula to the one that I passed up. But because I felt like they addressed my issue, they understood what he was suffering with, I purchased it. The generic stuff, when you're just telling me, oh, I relieve pain for everybody everywhere in your body, I don't believe you. And that is exactly what people say when your business is generic, general, and trying to address everyone. When you are not tailored, when you don't tailor your message, no one is listening. So if you guys have different opinions, you agree with me, whatever it is, I would love to hear about it. Drop your comments in the chat. You want to say something? I'm traveling with my husband. You want to say hi? He doesn't even want to say hi to y'all. Oh no. Okay, there you go. Got a hand. So that's my point for today. I am a strong believer in you having a niche, target market, whatever you want to call it, and you understanding that they need to realize that you understand what they're going through. You need to tailor your message to them. You need to make sure that you are giving them very clear next steps that make sense for their journey. And finally, that you're making offers that fit what they can actually do. So I want to hear about your businesses, how you're using this concept. Are you still stuck on trying to please everyone with your products and services? And if you have figured out what your target market is, drop that in the comment as well. I'd love to know who you're reaching with your brand. And maybe for others, you can just look in the comments as well and see some of the other entrepreneurs who are listening to this broadcast win the day. All right. Thank you guys for being with me. I'm going to get back to my road trip. And I will be with you guys next week. So Tuesday, Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when you can catch me live, but the podcast and YouTube are available. Please subscribe, and I will be with you guys later. Bye. Have a great day.